Back again, YouTube, with an update video here, getting numerous questions on the Borg Warner governor pressure solenoid for the RE models. Hopefully you guys have watched some of the other videos we put out. If you haven't, check those out, please. There's a lot of information in those that'll help you lead you up to what we're going to talk through here. I'm going to go a little fast, so we'll just try to see if this will help you out. Okay, we get, I would say, probably 3 or 4 emails a week, maybe more, where they install a brand new transducer, brand new governor pressure solenoid. Same problem exists, or a very intermittent pressure problem, low PSI, high PSI spikes, stuck in first, stuck in second, similar symptoms to when you have a defective solenoid. 99% of the time, guys, there's nothing wrong with the solenoid, there's nothing wrong with the transducer, and I don't mean to sound off on it, but it's an installer issue, and let me explain why. Okay, I've got everything laid out here. I wanted to show you guys factory solenoid, Borg Warner solenoid. We've covered this in the other videos. What we're having the issue with, as described earlier a minute or so ago, this solenoid, the Borg Warner, has a couple things that's different about it. One, because of its size, it is a little different to get your fingers on it and work it in there. It does fit the heat shield nicely, but it's confusing to a lot of consumers here. You've got 2 grooves as opposed to the factory solenoid. You've got 1 groove, and those grooves, I'm not sure the engineering design or reason for the second one, but the top one closest to the solenoid body is where the heat shield needs to go in. I'd say every couple of weeks we get a question which groove to put that heat shield into. So if you can see that, hopefully that's coming through okay. First groove closest to the connector is where you want to have your heat shield. When you go to put it in, line it up nice and straight, and these O-rings are a little beefier than factory, so there's no concern about the seal. But when you firmly push it in there, you got to listen for a very distinct sound. It's been called a snap, a crack, a pop. I'll let you hear it, and so you know what you're listening for. And again, I've got my fork lined up over my transducer. My heat shield is pressed all the way with the bolt holes nearly lined up, and then we're just going to be, now if I was under the truck, I'd be pushing up on the valve body, nice and firm. That click tells me that the solenoid is seated where it needs to go. If for some reason you don't hear that click, you're either in the wrong groove, or you could have an obstruction or a little bit of carbon inside here. It's pretty rare for these channels. Here's the top side. It's pretty rare for these channels to have too much in there. But when you pull the original solenoid out, take a pen light, a little flashlight, mag light, whatever you've got handy, shine it up there and make sure that there's nothing in there obstructing that bore. If you need to, even take a Q-tip or even a clean rag with your pinky, wipe it out. Again, you'll slide right in. But that's the assembly, how it needs to go back on the tranny. And then you use your 2 fixture bolts, and the other 4 bolts you're mounting to the transmission case. But listen for that sound. If you don't hear that sound, that's a red flag. You need to back up, do it again. Otherwise, more than likely you're going to end up pulling your pan again, which to the customers that have been waiting for this video for a couple months now, I'm sorry it took me so long to get to it, but we're trying to do the best we can here. I did want to point out one other thing, and I'm going to pull the valve body here I have next to us in for this, because a lot of guys are getting a little concerned or apprehensive about this. The Borg Warner engineer that designed this solenoid, the factory one, when this is fitted on here, the factory one plugs straight in, like so. And you've got a little lock tab on the wiring harness here that locks to this piece here. On the Borg Warner one, they flipped it 180 degrees. So if you can see, it's not going to hurt the harness, but you do have to roll it. And it's a little of a tight wire because of this tight corner here. You do have to roll it, and to get it to line up and lock into that tab. So just wanted to make you guys aware of that. It is engineered, it's designed how every one of them is. It's not that you got a bad batch or the factory misdid a batch. It's just how they made them. Again, I hope this helps you guys. If you have any questions or concerns or looking for a part for an automatic transmission, please feel free to email us through our website, cascadetransmissionparts.com. You can get us on the Contact Us page. We answer questions all throughout the day. Please don't put your questions into the YouTube page down below, because we oftentimes can take a few days to get back to those. So thanks for watching. To our customers, we appreciate your support, and hopefully we get you back on the road as fast as we can. Take care.